Welcome back to Healing Oaths. This is Brielle, and I'm here with the message for Virgo for April of 2022. We're using our charms. Check out my description box below for the Etsy shop and the charms that we have, our charm sets we have, and the other things available there. We're going to be using our mat, looking at self-care, opportunity, prosperity, spirituality, a yes or no question you're thinking of, the unknown, health, and love. So let's take a look. I've added a few more charms, the last ones I was waiting for. And let's see what message we have for you, Virgo, for April, of 2022. Ooh, we have some that are outside. Those will not be utilized. Okay. Here we go. We see self-care, self-love. I really don't see there's anything going on there. So we will check that out because we're going to be using Oracle and Tarot cards also along with our charms. In opportunity, there's something in your DNA. Here's the double helix of the DNA that has to do with justice, something being equal, something being fair. There's an opportunity, whether it's an inheritance or something you're going to legally get. That's it. There's some of you that there's something that you're going to get from somebody that's related to you by blood, by genetics, and it is going to be legal, right? Is it something that somebody is leaving to you, leaving for you? If not, then you have a legal issue with your family member. But because it says opportunity, it looks more like inheritance. It may be coming to some of you. Yes. We have prosperity. We have a balloon and it's up high and it is indeed right side up. So there is a chance for you to grow whatever you've invested in or you have. There's a chance for it to go up, for it to grow for you this month of April, Virgo. We then have spirituality. Here we see the drama mask. So here, being backwards, we're seeing with spirituality, this feeling I'm getting this time is about dramatic drama. Don't be dramatic, right? Here is another charm, and this is a ruler, but the ruler is reversed. So this would indicate to me comparison, measurement. Don't compare. Don't be dramatic. Don't be comparing yourself against other people spiritually and their growth, their level of spirituality. It's all a personal thing. For the yes or no sector here, we have the handcuff. So this would indicate to me that something is binding, that something is lasting, and it is going to, if you get into it and you go with the yes, no, it's a long-term thing, it's binding and lasting. There's not even a key for this handcuff, okay? Here we also have a bow and arrow, and this is across everything, basically. It looks like it's across everything, at least on this side of the mat. So meaning that you need to be more focused on paying attention to these things because the arrow is not even in the bow ready to be shot. And an arrow has a pinpoint or a target it goes to. This arrow is not ready to go yet. So you need to kind of be aware of your target here. The unknown, we have this little cat and he is upright. So what it is a wider view or a higher view you need to take of things. He's standing up in a tree. He is actually, we have a cabochon that looks like him, but in a cabochon. He's standing up on a high limb in a tree, taking a look around, right? So unknown, what is it you should be looking at? We'll see. In your health sector, Leo, that's strength, the lion, yes? So I would say you're strong and good in health. As far as your love, it says, this is the one that keeps coming out. Several signs have had this fortune card. But what happens is this is reversed here in the love sector. So this would indicate to me there may be some little backwards movement within your relationship, whether it's a new relationship or a relationship you've been in for a while. It looks to me like there may be you're not moving forward because this is the wheel of fortune, and that normally moving forward moves you to the better or the good. So you might have a little setback or you may be kind of stalled within your relationship. So that's something to look at. Let's see self-care, self-love, and get the message for what is there, and then our unknown. So what I'm going to do is look at For the self-care, self-love, we're going to be using our wisdom of and our love. We're going to be using our wisdom of the oracle cards by Colette Baron Reed. And for Virgo, April 2022, what do we need to know in the self-care, self-love section? Self-care, self-love section. Between Worlds is here. I'm going to pull another card for the unknown. What is the unknown? Oh, that's coming out already. There are 2 cards here. Oh, poised. There we go. Poised is the card for the unknown sector for you. So let's see the deeper meaning behind this. So in your self-care, love, self-care, self-love, it shows between worlds. So this indicates that transitions, not quite being quite out of one situation, fully engaged in another, temporary blindness and no man's land. It says, time to explore some new energies. It says that you need to cultivate curiosity and trust the process of change and growth. So this would indicate to me that, see this, the thing about the relationship or the love here, this could indicate to me that you might be feeling a bit off center because of what's going on within the romantic situation, whether it's stalled or it's going backwards. There's a bit of a setback there. So what you need to do is it says there's great freedom and power to be unleashed. A mystery that is not yours to understand weaves the web of life. And it says there's greater consciousness than your own thoughts, feelings, beliefs, desires, and decisions. And the seeds that were planted in the past begin to take root, but what surfaces will probably not be what you expect. When you see between the worlds, you're invited to see with the curious eyes of a child, glimpsing a rainbow for the first time. Do so and you will not be disappointed. So you have a different, for your own sake, you need to take a different view on what's going on with your romantic situation, right? Whether it's that you want somebody or you don't, or you thought things were going forward with somebody but they're not, or you know, you're just kind of, your relationship's a bit stalled. What you need to do is trust the process of change and growth. So things change sometimes, but you need to not let that get you down. Know that you're you're transitioning. Things are transitioning within you, within your relationship. So things will come out. There's a new energy going on between you. What you need to do is just work with that new energy and try to look at what you like, dislike, what they dislike, what you need, what do they need, what values are important to the both of you. So it says it's a critical phase in a relationship that is not to be missed or hurried. Take the time to work through things, okay? And also remember, don't let it get you down. So for poised, which is in the unknown section, you see how this little kitty is actually poised upon a limb and taking a wider view. So let's see the specific information here provided to us by Spirit. Says endurance, strength for the long haul. It says you must think long term, and it says joy and in disappointments commingle with opportunities. Don't fear the occasional obstacle, right? It says that strength and fortitude will carry you all the way. Remain true to yourself. The authenticity is important and will keep you in alignment with the energy of miracles. What is yours will never be withheld. Remember that. Listen with your heart. It says, sometimes you feel like you've been wandering through the desert. You're not feeling like you're nourished, that you're I would say developing survival skills is what's happening to you. But what happens is you're also learning to conserve your energy. You're concerning to take the time to look around. You're learning to listen to your soul, because it'll never lead you astray. So because there's not a lot coming from, I would say, externally, you have to look inside. The analogy of going through the desert. Nobody's nourishing you or feeding you. Again, this seems to come back to the relationship here. where there may be a bit of a rift, but you yourself needs not to get down, because you need to take a higher look at things differently, knowing there's transition going on, right? And that you will be able to understand and know once you take that look. And again, don't measure up against anybody else, because we're all different. And other than that, you're looking at possible inheritance, possibly an increase in investments. You need to be targeted on what you do. So get that arrow into that bow, get it going. In health, you're strong. So things are good for you, Virgo. There are things to look at, things to consider, but things are good for April of 2022. Have a wonderful month filled with health, love, happiness, peace, and prosperity. And come back and visit again. And thank you and goodbye.